Hello, welcome back. Hopefully by now you've had an opportunity to have looked at some of my other videos, get an idea of some of the content that I'd like to be sharing here with you all. This is being recorded in December of 2020, and I don't have to tell you what a crazy year this has been. We've all been there. We've all been shocked and shook and have had to readjust and modify, adapt, and take a good look at our lives and say, shoot, I am really fragile. Because we are, for the most part, the majority of us, are honestly not where we'd like to be. We live off of debt. We are always competing with the new trends, with our neighbors, and so you get it. I don't have to preach to you. You know exactly what's going on. But guess what? This is 2020. Yeah, this is 2020. Do you guys know what that means? That means that we are on the verge of turning that corner. And once we turn that corner, I'm telling you, it's going to change. You guys may not believe me. You might think, oh, she's on one. You might not. You might really get this. But guess what? You know what's going to happen? In about 2 weeks or so, and for those of you who are watching this video after when it's being recorded, you're gonna know. But in hindsight, but what's happening now is we are in a very climatic point where we are about to shift. And I think this is some of what I experience. I can feel things around me. I'm somewhat sensitive to energies, and I try to really be in tune. I'm not as good as I should be or like to be, but I want to really be able to hone in on what I feel, what I've been through, and how my perception of those events have helped to shape where I'm going and where I'm headed. And I'm going to tell you right now, I am so excited. I am so excited to be on this journey, on this adventure, because I know where I'm going. How many of you can see that? This is a mundane, day-to-day life. Do this, the routine, the ritual, the get up, the go to sleep at this time, the, checking in Facebook at this time, the kids have sports at this time, the boss, this report is due at this time. It's so habitually routine that it's so mundane. And that's why we're bored, and that's why we go onto social media and we look at what everybody else is doing, because it provides for us a little bit of an escape, right? So this is not news to you. I don't want to insult your intelligence. I know that you're all very intelligent and you all know exactly what's going on. What I would like to do is encourage you to really, 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 really look at the inside of you. Look at what you're not doing. What is it that you think about, right, that you'd like to do that you don't do? And that thing is going to bring you so much happiness, but somehow you restrict yourself from it. And I'm not talking about going to Maui, right? I'm talking about the little things, whether it's reading more. It could be, exercising. It could be training for that triathlon. It could be things that you've had on your heart for such a long time that you haven't done. Things that maybe other people have told you, you can't do that. There's no way that that's going to happen. That's what I'm talking about. And I encourage you to start peeping out and looking out and giving it an opportunity and giving yourself a chance, because if you're going to do that, now is the time. Now is the time for you to get out and to do it and to get it done and to live your life. Stay off of the news, guys. We all know about, what's happening out there. Stay off of the news. I'm telling you, Stay off of the news, because the news, on one hand, can really give you an insight into what it is that we should all be focused on or concentrating on or distracted with. But at the same time, I also can get that the news is a way to show you what it is that you should be focusing on. So just altogether, just stay away from it, because really, you don't need to be so invested in all of that to live your best life. Living your best life means being true to who you are. It means answering the call to your own calling. It means being present for those that you love. I mean, really being present. Put the phone down when you have dinner. You know, make time for the kids without their phones, without your phones. It means giving. It means loving. It means, you know, being a good neighbor. It means so many things beyond what we do, because we're so focused in and funneled in on things that only distract us and are actually causing, you know, some of those negative things that we experience. So, with all that said and done, one of the things that I love doing is driving, right? You notice that I like being on the move, whether it's walking or biking. Today I'm driving. I'm looking, I don't even know what I'm looking at. I see homes and fences and trees and flags, but you know, what I do notice is that we all lived kind of siloed, and we're in sections. If you live in a house, you have this space. If you live, you know, in an apartment complex or in a building, you live in this space. And so I'm looking at how we're all sectioned off, and that's what I notice. And I notice, you know, and I know that there has to be some structure in society. I get all that. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is to reach a little bit beyond your boundary. Reach a little bit beyond your boundary. Go out of that comfort zone. Think outside the box. Be different. Dream. Follow your dreams. Do something that you have been wanting to do. At least, maybe you can't complete it, but you can start, right? You might have a journal that you've wanted to start. You might have a project that you've wanted to start. You may have, you know, wanted to volunteer your time. You may, whatever those things are, just give it a try. I'm telling you, I promise you that when you do that, you're gonna experience this little bliss. This little light is gonna go off inside you. And here's the best part, is that once you continue to kind of tune in with yourself, right, and center with yourself, and some people do this by some folks do this by meditating, praying, but once you do that and you kind of can really devote some needed time with yourself, what's going to happen is you're going to become so in tune with yourself, and that little light, that glimmer, is going to begin to grow. And not only does it grow, guys, it glows. And so you start to begin to experience this euphoria, this happiness that comes from really satisfying yourself. And that's what it is. It's about being true to who you are. So today, I wish you well. I hope that no matter where you are and where you find yourselves, that you see that your future has more to offer you than maybe you even believe. So opening yourself up to these massive amounts of possibilities that are coming your way. Do it. Give it a try. I hope to continue to be there, and let me know what you think. Let me know what your journey is, what your passion is. Let it out, release it, and then go do it. Take care. Bye.